Great Udo Dirkschneider once sang, "Man and machine, the evil of a dream," and that's exactly where we're at here today with the gold label Target exclusive McFarlane Toys Cyborg Superman.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, back again with another Cyborg Superman McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse. This time, we got the Target exclusive Gold Label Edition. But for all your Target Gold Label Edition needs, better head to Target. But for everything else McFarlane related, hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15%. Yes, 15% all in-stock items, of course. Got to get a deal out there. And of course, going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's see what old Cyborg Superman is up to again. I didn't think we'd have this many Cyborg Supermen in the span of a year. And this is the fourth one from McFarlane Toys alone. There is a Mafex one, I believe, Mafex. I don't dabble in those. Can't dabble in it at all. But there's been a lot of Cyborg Superman, and rightfully so. A great character, loved him, part of the Death of Superman storyline, all that kind of stuff. Has turned to pure evil, as we know, but I do not remember this red edition. Probably missed it somewhere along the way, but a perfect Target exclusive in red, of course, and part of the Superman waves that are hitting Target stores right now as we speak, in preparation for the new Superman movie, I think this July, something like that. But let's dive into it. Cyborg Superman, Gold Label Edition, Target exclusive, DC Multiverse, 22 points of articulation. Gold Label, 12 and up, you 11-year-olds, you cannot handle a red Superman, especially a Cyborg Superman. From the Revenge of the Green Lanterns, of course, looking good on the side of the package. On the side here, Cyborg Superman, DC Multiverse. Then he's got the ring. He's truly the Lord of the Rings over here is what he is. Cyborg Superman looking extra evil, of course. And let's get him out of the package. See how evil he really is out of the package. How about? Let's see what we got going on. There it is. See you later. Goodbye. All right, there's one. Whoa, took the card with it this time. Always dangerous. See you later off the screen. Goodbye. And then we got the old DC McFarlane stand. Guess what? Seen it before. We'll see it again. We know how that goes. See you later. Goodbye. And bam! See you later. Goodbye as well. Let's see what it says about our friend Cyborg Superman. Oh my gosh, there's a lot going on here. Debut, The Adventures of Superman 465. 464 is actually my favorite issue, and the last issue I stopped reading, so I missed all this, apparently. April 1990. Oh, 1990. So many promises, so many great things. Of course, coming off that big win of the Oakland A's in the World Series in '89, little Kyle was like, man, this is going to be my year. And it started great in the spring. The spring was great. The Ultimate Warrior beat Hulk Hogan. Anybody remember that? Everybody remembers that. You know, 1990 was off to a great start. But then we got to the Fall Classic. We got to the World Series in 1990. And those no-good Cincinnati Reds, ooh, they just ruined my year. Ruined my year. But the Warrior was the cake on top for that about 6-month window of 89 into 90. But shout out to, of course, the Oakland A's. And shout out to the Ultimate Warrior. And shout out Cyborg Superman. Astronaut Hank Henshaw was on board the LexCorp Space Shuttle Excalibur when his wife Terry and 2 other crew members when it crashed. At first, the accident was thought to have been caused by Superman, who created a solar flare, exposing the crew to a fatal dose of radiation. With his body deteriorating, Hank transferred his consciousness into LexCorp's mainframe, recreating himself as a cyborg in Superman's image. When Terry later died, a deranged Hank blamed Superman for her death and became one of the Man of Steel's fiercest foes. With Mongol, he orchestrated the liberation of Coastal City and became an intergalactic threat, battling the Green Lantern Corps. How about that? Cyborg Superman getting it done along the way. And there he is in the plastic prison looking extra evil in the red and black attack, like a young Slayer, like a young Jeff Hanneman once upon a time is what he's like right there. What? Paul Bostoff? What are you talking about to McFarlane? I get it. Yeah, he's been a drummer for Slayer for a long time, but most people are going to go Dave Lombardo, am I right? I can also see you pulling out Tom Araya, of course, Kerry King along the way, even Gary Holt. But Gary and Paul, they kind of go in the same thing for Slayer. All good guys, all great players, of course. You guys know me and Kerry King, real tight, thick as thieves once upon a time. Kerry and I had a bad falling out over a bad dish of Jägermeister. And a dish, yes, a dish, not a glass, not a drink, a dish. And story for another day, I think, is what we're going to do with that. Well, let's get this Cyborg Superman out here. Enough Slayer jibber jabber, that's for sure. There it is. See you later. Goodbye. Let's get down to Cyborg Superman business. Pretty darn cool, I will say. Now, we do get a metal Terminator-like hand here with the "what you gonna do, brother" hand. He's got that going on. Looking pretty good in silver. And then you got a human hand, a human fist of fury, of course, for Cyborg. Now, he's got a fist on the other side and a splayed-out hand. Choose your own hand adventure. You guys know how it goes. But Cyborg Superman looking good in the head sculpt department. Got a little bit of red on his chin. Got a one red fiery eye. Got half Terminator side, and then you got a half Superman side. Kinda. You got the Superman hair, then the bald Terminator look. Looking pretty cool, though. I do think this is a really good rendition of Cyborg Superman. Obviously going to prefer the original version. I'll grab that one right now. Why wouldn't I? And grab that right now. And there is some differences in the head sculpt between the two, so I do appreciate that. The red on the chin being really the only difference. But very fun, and when I close my eyes, and I do many a night, usually when I go to bed, I think of this Cyborg Superman, not necessarily this one here. But now getting down to the cape department, red cape over there, black cape, like his heart. Black wired cape, though. Love the wiring in a cape. You guys know how much I love a wired cape. Got that going on there. Got the Superman logo in red. And then you got the red part of the suit with the black part of the suit. And then, of course, the tin can Terminator style throughout as well. Very cool looking Cyborg Superman. But once again, I always go back to this. You think of your first Cyborg love, and that's what I got over here with the blue. That blue and red really pops over there. But this one feels a little bit more evil. Maybe it's just me. I'm not exactly sure, and I have no idea. It didn't say in the card. When did this version come? Is this a real thing? I assume, and Todd, we know what happens when we assume. I assume this is a real thing. This is a real costume this guy wore. He didn't just always wear this one. Somebody feel free to fact check that or correct it, whatever you want to call it, in the comments. Arms all the way around for us, bicep cut. Double jointed pinned elbow, of course. Why wouldn't it be? Hands removable, back force, side to side. Head back force, side to side. Hula hoop up top, plus traditional waist. Got to have that. Cyborg splits if you need it. Leg goes way up there as well. Got that McFarlane diaper under there. Also got that hole in the leg you can look through if you want to. Thought there was a thigh cut. There is not. Double jointed knee. Nope. Single jointed knee on this bad boy. Double jointed on the other side though. So double jointed for her pleasure is what that is. Big boot down here. Back force, side to side, up and down. Toe articulation on both sides. Truly a Cyborg Superman. I love the look, the Terminator look of Superman right here. Looking very, very cool. But once again, doesn't hold a candle to the original. That's what I'm going to call it, the original version of Cyborg Superman. And he does fit on a McFarlane stand for those keeping track at home. A dangerous piece of business, though. A dangerous piece of business. I will say that. And you got him riding right over here. Obviously, I've said it numerous times, I'm picking this one, but this one's cool for what it is. Obviously, a Target exclusive. I think most people, if they're getting only one of these, this is what they want, but this is a little extra step for those that want something. Makes Target happy. You put a little dash of red in there, you know they're happy for that. And then, of course, we do got new 52 Cyborg Superman as well. Regular and platinum, just like these ones. So it is truly the year of Superman, Cyborg Superman, especially this year. But four very interesting ones. These two on the new 52, I don't have any history with. I have no history with this one. But this one reminds me of a little kid waiting in line at the comic store, of course, for the death of Superman. That's what it reminds me of. So a lot of memories with that one. The rest of them, I guess I'm creating new memories is what I'm doing. But what kind of memories are you creating? Which one do you prefer? Which ones are you picking up? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day on both channels. It's crazy. 4 videos a day. What are we doing over here? I don't know. Yeah, YouTube channel memberships, Patreon, best way to support the channel and all the content it brings, with even more content over there, including early access to my podcast each and every week. It is The Kyle Peterson Show every single Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found, with videocast on YouTube. Check it out if you have not already. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, of course, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com. So for Cyborg Superman Part 2, guess, yeah, red Target exclusive, you know what I mean. I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?